Hey Tara, Jessica Peterson here. Spoke with Connie earlier and she thought you should be the one to check out this video. So today I'm going to go over 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a significant impact in your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge impact in each of their businesses. Right now, you're getting about 59-ish people organically to your website per month. Those are people that are searching for you, not physically typing your website in the browser, okay? So about 59, which means you're missing out on hundreds and thousands of searches throughout all your service areas every single month by just not having these strategies in place, okay? And there's been huge, significant changes in the way Google looks at websites, ranks websites, what they're looking for, okay? So today we're going to talk about the 3 main things. We're going to talk about your content and keyword strategy, your citations, and backlinks. So your number 1 factor here for ranking is going to be your content, okay? Content is key. You do need a lot of content, and content includes everything. Your written content, your images, and videos, okay? So you need a lot of content. You need a lot of written content. You need separate pages for all your major services, and it does look like you have that. So you have the bare minimum here, which is good. You need to make sure all these pages have their own original content, no duplicate content, and they're focused on their own local keywords, okay? So whether you're focused on Victorville, San Bernardino, wherever your base is, this homepage on all these service pages here need to be based in that location. So we're going to be talking water damage restoration, Victorville water damage, or if it's San Bernardino, it's going to be San Bernardino water damage restoration, San Bernardino, okay? So that's important. 90% of people, when they're searching, don't know who you are, so they're not going to be searching your brand. And unfortunately, most of the people that land on your website are people who already know who you are. So you're actually missing the people who don't know you yet. The 90% that are searching for your services, okay? Now, the content needs to be built around those local keywords. And while you do have a little bit of content here, you don't have any keywords. No real keyword focus, not a lot of actual information here. Like I said, Google made a lot of changes in the type of information we need to have. So we can no longer have just generic information. You want your own photos instead of these stock, like this is a Shutterstock photo. You need your own photos. You have to show authority and expertise and experience. Your content needs to be built around those. Built around those trust factors, helpful information, answering the questions people most commonly ask. They want to know your processes. They want to know the type of equipment you're using. So really good structured content, okay? And then focused around those local keywords. Now your homepage needs at least 1,500 words or more of written content. With sorry, I was just reading this. I thought this was duplicate. Sorry about that. So we always have to do better than our competition is doing, okay? And so we want to make sure that you have more content, more pages, better quality content, etc. If we look at your top competitor in San Bernardino, one of your other service areas, we do notice SERVPRO, a franchisee. This specific franchise is not allowed to modify their pages, not allowed to modify their content. They really have their hands held here. And so you really only have to do better than they're doing. Okay, you're not competing against an entire franchise, just the local franchisees. So we just have to do better quality content. Okay, focus on your keywords, more words on the page, more long form blogs, etc. And then these guys are going to be easily beatable. Okay. Now we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search similar to this in Google. Okay. And when they do, there's three main areas that your business has that opportunity to show up and in good position. And the first is just generally going to be ads. Those are your local service ads like these and cost per click ads. These can be really beneficial and profitable as long as you have everything dialed in, your processes are dialed in, you're using the right type of landing pages and not just sending people to your main website pages where they're going to get lost and you're not going to get your conversions. Okay. So you really have to have that dialed in. Otherwise, your ROI is going to be pretty poor. Now, the second section here, this is the Google Business Profile section, Google Map Pack. This is important because 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So while you are number one in Victorville for this specific search, you're not in your other areas, okay? So you do want to make sure you're optimizing that profile. Recently, Google stopped showing most of these businesses. They only show the top 10 now. And so when you find that you're not in that top 10, especially not in that top 3, you need to further optimize your profile and go and get more citations. And that is simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Yelp, Angie's, Home Advisor. All of those are really great citations to have, and they are going to give your profile a good boost. And then this last section here, this is your Google organic section. This is the most important section because 60 to 70% of people skip everything else. They'll skip the ads and the maps, and they come right here. So when your business is not listed here, you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month. And this is for all your service areas. Okay, so that's a ton of work that you're missing out on. It's also important to understand that the higher you rank in this organic section, the more the traffic that you can get. Okay, being in the top position can get anywhere from 30 to 40% of the available traffic for that specific search. Okay. And so in order for your website to show up here, it does all come back to the foundation of this website. Is it properly built and optimized with the right content and keyword strategy? And are you supporting that with an SEO backlink strategy? So if we come here, this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show how your website is performing. We can see here your website has a rating of a 1.9 out of 100 in Google's trust flow. So Google does not trust your website. And yes, that does have to do with the quality of the website, but more so the power we're sending to your website, okay? Your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power. And we power up our websites with backlinks, which are just links coming from another website to your website. Okay. Now, while we do need a lot of backlinks, we need more than our competition. Not all backlinks are good. We only want good quality, do follow links that are closely related to our business. So these could be coming from other home service businesses like plumbers and electricians, related vendors and directories. All of those are great sources, and even local local sources, okay? So you need more of those than our competition. And the better quality you get, the more your score is going to go up, the more Google trusts you, the more it's going to help you rank. The fact that you have a 1.9 with 150 backlinks tells us that you have a lot of spammy backlinks that are actually doing more harm than good. Okay, so we need to get rid of the junky stuff and go and get the good stuff. Now, you have actually been indexed for 95 keywords, but you're only getting 59 people to your website organically. And when we look at that, we can see that majority of this is all coming from your brand, okay? And as important as that brand is, 90% of people are not searching that. So we have to focus on the local keywords like you have here, okay? We don't want just any traffic coming to your website. We want traffic that's going to convert. So we have to focus on those local keywords. And you do have just a couple here that are on the first page, but you need to work on them and get them bumped higher. But you don't have anything for Victorville. You don't have any keywords indexed for most of your service areas. And so that tells us you don't have all the service area pages you need. You don't have the right type of content, or it's duplicated content and Google's not indexing it. Okay. So definitely need to work on your content keyword strategy. When we look at SERVPRO here, this one specific page for this one specific franchisee has a rating of 4.6. They're not doing SEO. Doesn't make sense since they can't fix what's wrong, okay? But because the power of this franchise website as a whole is able to push power to each of the franchisee locations, which helps them to rank, okay? This one page has only 12 keywords, but it's getting over 133 people on average to this one single page compared to your 59 for your entire website, okay? So you're missing out on a ton of traffic. And when we look at those keywords on this page, they are all on the first page of Google, okay? All at the top. So they're getting a bulk of this volume in search, okay? And again, these guys are absolutely beatable, but you do have to apply the strategies that I've just shown you today. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, and start helping more people. But if you'd rather focus on what you guys do best and have a partner in this, go ahead and give us a call here, because this is our specialty. And we would be happy to chat. So go ahead and reply to my email or give us a call, and we can chat soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.